Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. This reading is intended for the sign of Gemini. If you are watching for Gemini, you're going to want to reverse the roles. We are pulling some love messages for you. So just a quick update. I'm giving away free personal readings. Every week, I'm going to start giving away one free email reading. It's a 3-question reading. And then every month, I'll give away one free video reading that is also 3 questions. It's super easy to be entered in the drawing. All you have to do is be a subscriber, and then there's a link in the description box that you click on so that you can give me your name and your email address, and that way I can contact you when you win. All right. So Gemini, looking into your reading, Lovers in the Reverse, King of Swords. I was looking at your shuffle, and it looked like you've checked out of something. But on the other side of the situation, it looks as though someone else is starting to think about what this meant to them. There's an energy of somebody having wanted to apologize. So if they have not already, I feel like you can expect someone to reach out. It seems like this could be in your past, though. I feel like somebody could have tried to reconcile with you. And with the world in the reverse, maybe you just left them unread. Maybe you didn't receive the message because of the 8 of Wands. They could have sent the message to like an old phone number. There's an energy here for those of you who did see this message or whatever it was. You didn't feel like this was something worth your time or that it was going to go anywhere. So let's take a look at what you have going on. 8 of Wands in reverse. So some bitterness here, right? I feel like maybe you have blocked someone because that is kind of the card of blocking a person. This is interesting because it's like you're doing a complete 180 in your life right now. You got career in the reverse, new love in the reverse, and reunion in the reverse. So you don't want the old person. You don't want new people. You're not sure if you like the work you're doing. It's like you are not in love with your life right now. I feel like for a lot of you, with the combination of the Lovers in the reverse and the King of Swords, you're starting to realize there's areas of your life where you've either been like blocking your success or fighting for relationships that weren't worth your time. There's an energy of just feeling fed up and tired, okay? So for some of you, I feel like you are manifesting the same thing over and over, and you're getting frustrated because it's like, I'm doing the work. I don't get why this isn't working, right? Why am I manifesting the same thing over and over? What I'm going to say about that is you can do all of the work on the planet, but until you make a decision to put yourself first and like your authentic real self, you probably will keep recreating the same types of situations in your life, right? This is you kind of throwing the whole plan away, whether it's, it's everything. It's love, it's career, it could be home. For some of you, you've been traveling and you come home and you're like, I hate it here. You get what I mean? There's an energy of feeling as though neither one of the options you have are the option that you want. So you're just not really doing anything. You might feel as though you're starting to create distance from people because you just kind of need time to think. Like, why don't I love the life I've created? Like, for some of you on paper, everything looks great, right? So why aren't you happy is kind of the question here. Even if this person has reached out to you at one time, that would have made you so happy. And now it's just like, who cares, right? You could be having to beat people off of you with a stick in the romantic arena. And instead of you being like, oh, I have so many options, it's just like, get away from me, right? Leave me alone. What I think is good about this, though, is that you're starting to come to the realization that your life is not going to validate you based on the external, right? Maybe you have always been very focused on like the plan. I have to get my degree. I have to fall in love. I have to get married. I have to have kids. This is the time. This is the deadline. Whereas now it's just like, you know what? F it all. Like, nothing so far has made me happy. If I have what I want, I'm not happy. If I don't have what I want, I'm not happy. Like, what is the purpose of any of this, right? So I feel like in regards to your love life, you're doing so much reflecting, but it's not really from a standpoint of like, I'm so worried about this. It's more like, how have I been recreating the same cycles over and over? How come every time I think I'm going after something that's going to be the thing that makes me happy, it either fails or I get it and it doesn't make me happy, right? Your opportunity is death. So this is not a small energy for you guys. This is big changes in your life, right? I feel like you're going to be ending a lot of things because you don't feel the passion for them anymore. You don't feel the attraction. And because you probably never really felt it, you're starting to wonder, like, why bother? You know what I mean? Just for what? Why bother? And what I'll say about that with the sun in the reverse, it is Pisces season, right? So that's kind of like delving into our emotional selves, reconnecting with source, figuring out what we need to clear out, right? Where do we stand in our life? So, I mean, it might feel like a weird energy for you, Gemini, but honestly, everybody's kind of going through it in one way or another, okay? You're not alone. Now, I feel as though this is a great opportunity because you can change the whole direction of your life. It might not feel like it. Like for some of you, I feel like you're thinking, okay, I'm in too deep. I've gone to school for 8 years, or I would have to go to school for 8 years, or I've been dealing with this twin or whoever forever, right? This is giving you an opportunity to come into alignment with yourself and to build a life that's stable for you, right? Because I feel like with what I'm seeing here, there's a lot of effort, but not a lot of movement, right? And it should be the exact opposite. You should be making very little effort and seeing tons of movement. And that happens when you're in alignment, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you're living your life's purpose, when you're with the people you're supposed to be with, right? That doesn't mean that you don't have to show up, but it just means that you get in the flow and it just happens and things work. The synchronicities happen, the blessings happen, the miracles are abundant, right? So I feel like for you, Gemini, if you have a tendency to feel like you have to fight for every little thing, right? You have to fight for what people get so easily, whether it's in relationships, just normal stuff like, why doesn't my partner text me back, right? Or why is this always so hard? Or how come my person always wants to be with everybody but me? If it's with work, where you work so hard, you never get the promotion, right? I feel like a lot of the things we've been working for, Gemini, are not really things that you even want. It's more things that you were told that you should want, right? Because you're looking at your conditioning and your paradigm, and maybe those are words that are like, wait, what? But your paradigm is like what you believe you should want, who you believe that you are. And it's oftentimes based on what other people have told us, whether that's growing up with this lovers in the reverse, if this was like a family structure that was like, no, you should always have a degree in life, like people who don't go to school are losers, or you need to be a lawyer, or you need to be a doctor. You get what I'm saying? There's standards that I feel like you've been measuring your progress at, and then you're upset because you don't see the progress. But the thing is that what you're going after isn't even in alignment with what you want, okay? And you might have Pisces in your chart because I feel like Pisces was having that revelation in February, right? So I guess it kind of hit home for them first because Pisces season was coming, right? So it may feel like you're stuck because it's almost like you have a new pair of eyes where you're starting to look at everything and seeing the holes in everything and feeling maybe like you wasted your time or you need to end a lot of stuff. And you might be feeling like, okay, if I stop everything that I'm doing that's not working, what do I even do now? Because nothing ever works, right? What I'll say is your advice is the Seven of Swords. So there's an energy here of being focused on the wrong thing. And I feel like that's why you're not seeing change in your life, right? Maybe you're focused on being the best or being celebrated or being the winner, no matter what it takes. Well, unfortunately, that's at the cost of what you truly want. You get what I'm saying? And so I feel like for you, Gemini, with your advice being the Seven of Swords, how are you stealing your own victory, right? Like, are you competing in arenas that weren't made for you? You know, are you doing things that are not even in alignment with your purpose or your passion or who you are? And it's weird that this is coming out in a love reading, but I also feel like this has a lot to do with the fact that you're kind of in this rut where love is not a priority to you right now. You know, it's more you kind of looking over your life and just wanting something new, wanting a change. You know, you could be thinking about your family. You could be thinking about past disappointments. With this Seven of Swords, Gemini, I feel like somebody stole something from you a long time ago, you know, and I feel like that has to do with yourself. You know, somewhere in your life, somebody made you feel like you were wrong for being whoever you were or wanting whatever you wanted. And as a result of that, right, you've had to ignore your higher self, your intuition, you know, or you had to keep that part of yourself to yourself because you were taught at a very early age that it was unacceptable to be you. You get what I'm saying? So this is time for you to start reclaiming the parts of yourself that I feel like you've left behind to try to appease others. Okay, let me get you an oracle message because this is a big time for you. I want you to be really, really patient with yourself. Please don't look at your entire life and think like, oh, everything's just a fail or everything I do is wrong. You know, when you're doing things that are not meant for you, they're not going to work, right? Also, with this co-create card coming out, I feel like when you're cut off from your higher self and your intuition, it makes it really hard to create anything, you know, because when it comes to building a life that's authentic, your only job is to figure out what you desire at the core of your being and then to let the universe take care of it. Like your job is to get out of the universe's way, right? You have to trust the process. But because you're going after things that you don't want and you're disconnected from source, right? You're kind of in this space of like, say, for example, you want $1 million. You're not co-creating with the universe. Instead, you're looking at how can I make $1 million? What do I need to do to make $1 million? I don't have the opportunities to make $1 million. Well, you don't, right? The universe has endless opportunities. But because you're disconnected from source after years of dimming your light, right? Or ignoring who you truly are, you're having to come up with all the ways to manifest things and make things happen in your life instead of being aligned and in the flow and just able to set the intention and know that it's coming, right? You don't know that it's coming. Instead, you have to figure out how it's coming. So I feel like if you can reclaim that piece of yourself that knows who you are, knows what you want, knows what really would make you happy. You know, for some of you, it's like an inner child thing where you have to do some healing, right? That part of yourself that you're not listening to or that you ignore, that's the part that's able to co-create with the universe effortlessly, okay? So let me get my book. We're looking for number 40, which is the Emperor, right? And that's kind of what you want is that growth, that expansion to feel stable and secure in every area of your life, whether it's relationships or love. So this is how you can do that, okay? You got creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation for essential meanings. The Oracle's message. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you're creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You're a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, Only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. So we're going to check your relationship message because this is a love reading. And because this came out in the reverse, we're going to read your protection message. Your relationship message says connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You're looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. So let's check out your protection message. Oh, okay, cool. So it says you're trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing, vital force of spirit. Perhaps you are in a creative slump, suffering writer's block, facing a monumental task, but unable to decide on your first step. So you just avoid doing anything. Does the word overwhelmed apply to you right now? Why do you think it has all come down to you? Inspiration means the drawing in of divine guidance. You must tap into spirit, not simply yourself. Ask spirit for inspiration. Two minds are greater than one, so co-create with your divine partner. Reclaim your partnership with spirit. Inspiration will flow through you as soon as you get out of your own way. All right, let me get you a love oracle message. What do we have for Gemini, please? Ooh, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. All right, Gemini, bottom of the deck, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So please don't spend a lot of time thinking about the past, right? Because we got this regrets card. That's not why this is all happening. It's happening so that you can have a fresh start, right? Rather than look at like, oh, I'm not happy and I'm 55. I've wasted 55 years. No, you've gained all this really important experience, right? And now that's set you up to be exactly where you are now. Accept that, forgive yourself, forgive your family, try to send forgiveness to people who have disappointed you because it was all a part of the journey. And now you're on to the next thing and it's going to be beautiful, okay? All right, Gemini, thank you so much for allowing me to read for all of you, and I will speak to you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to sign up for the free reading drawing, and you all have a very good day. Bye.